Good morning, everyone. So welcome back to the second part for lesson 3, introduction security. So today I will introduce you about the encryption. So encryption is a kind of very critical part and more mathematics based comprehensive explanation. So how the cryptography works is in theoretical way. Okay, the last time I will introduce to you. We have a famous model. The Alice just send plain text, and after go through the encryption, the algorithm encrypt with a key, and after go through kind of network link, use kind of ciphertext. So both receive that kind of ciphertext decode again with both the private key, and it's become a kind of plain text again. So now we have two algorithms. First is symmetric encryption and asymmetric encryption. So what's different? First, symmetric encryption, that means when the Alice encrypts the data, use the key. It's the same key with the Bob. He decrypts the ciphertext again. So it means Alice and Bob use the same key for encryption and decryption. That's the key point, okay? So if you see on the screen, so you can see the Alice and Bob use the KS, same the KS, right? And after use the KS, can use for cipher, encryption, and if use KS on the ciphertext, it become a plain text. So that's we use just one key. But have one big problem here is kind of how to share the key through the internet, go through the internet. For Alice and Bob, that's a big challenge for symmetric encryption. So the one of the famous symmetric encryption, that's the AES or Advanced Encryption Standard. That's the first time deployed in practice about 2001. Yeah, 2001, maybe 20 years, 23 years ago, and currently have a man have four the kind of famous standards about 128, 192, and 256, and they increased to about 512, the key, bit key. And to attack and try to decode this information, if you do not have key, you need to take about 149 trillion years. So that is very long. So I think currently have no computer that can kind of brute force decryption. Well, brute force decryption. That means you test every case. You test have many keys, you test all. So you test one by one. So that's called, you can test all the case. So that takes so long time. So AES, that's quite popular in the kind of wireless communication, authentication and the HPS. So we will look more details how the AES works. And besides AES, we have the other two algorithm is called the 2-phase and 3.2-DES. So I think this one is quite old. Currently, AES still kind of the most popular algorithm for symmetric encryption. So if you see in practice, you can see in this wireless configuration in the Wi-Fi access point. You can see the security mode. We have a WPA2 and PSK. So have AES, or the term indicates that the security mode they use what kind of encryption algorithm they use in setting. You can see Wi-Fi 2 and 3. Maybe they use WTA. So they still use LC4 the algorithm. But from the Wi-Fi 4 and Wi-Fi 5, they start use about WPA2. They use AES 128 bits. And now Mostly the computers and the laptop or devices, they use a kind of Wi-Fi 6. Yeah, Wi-Fi 6. They use standard about WPA 3. That's use AES 256. So this is more secure because I remember WPA, they already got cracked by several tools, and they can figure out the password actually just on after 10 minutes. But if you use a WPA 3, currently it's safe. So besides, we have an asymmetric algorithm. We have an asymmetric algorithm. Or the other name is called public key cryptography. So this kind of mechanism is different from the symmetric. Okay, symmetric, you use the same key for the sender and receiver, but public key cryptography, it looks different. The sender use one public key and the receiver, they will use a private key. So two key is different. Okay, so you can see Alice send the plain text. After go to the encryption, use the kind of public key, right? And after Bob receive that kind of cipher text from the Alice, Bob need to use a private key, his private key, and decode again, so become a kind of plain text. So okay, here is how the one of example in practice, more detail. One of algorithm is called RSA, or reverse Samir Edelman. That's why three scientists invent this algorithm. Okay, the first time Alice want to send one message, right? But message will be changed to the kind of digits or the number or integer. So you can see AC code, right? Yeah, AC code. So AC code can decode like a number and text. You can say A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So they change first text to the number, to corresponding the number or the bit. So after that, you can see hello. They will change to the kind of the number, and now you go to kind of modulus or the exponent. You use m exponent e, so you change first to kind of spatial string of number. And after you use a prime number to calculate exactly what is the kind of specific or the modulus. So you can see in the right side, C equal to the m exponent e and modulus m. So over here they can calculate like a prime number 29. So after this go to, so you can see after Alice received that kind of message with with kind of calculation, just receive a number. So the Bob can decode again by using the same mechanism. They can got the kind of cipher text 28, right? And after they go through kind of C, D. D is means the description key or private key from the Bob. And just Bob know D. Alice do not know D. Alice just know E. Okay, and go to you will go to the formula m equal to C D and modulus n. So calculate. So they can calculate the plain text again, the 24. So you can see that is how they use a kind of modulus. Yeah, you can remember modulus mechanism. This one, I think most of you already, learn about modulus in the first year or some senior high school, the course. So I think so. So if you still do not understand about this part, I encourage you can learn more about modulus algorithm. So this one I think is very familiar. So after they go to about public key and private key. They can encrypt and decrypt again. But you have one critical thing in the public key cryptography. The order is not important. You can use public key first, private key first, or public key, private key first, and public key later. that is equal to the public key first and private key later. The result is the same. So if you use the public key first and private key, in the next time when you use decode again, you can use what the order is not important. Okay, still can work well. Make sure you use two different key, just a different key. And the other thing, besides the RSA, you can eclipse the curve, the cryptography. That is one of common public key algorithm too. But this one, I think, is beyond this kind of introduction. So you can look more detail about the ECC in the internet. Yeah. And the other advantage for the the public key or the asymmetric algorithm, they can use for message integrity checking. So one, they can maintain the kind of message is not tampered. Yeah, it's not tampered or modified by the other. For example, when I send a message, CCU National Junction is very beautiful. You may come here to see barrel flower in Jan. So after I encrypt, I send the date, send a message for for Bob. And after Bob get that message, how Bob can make sure that message is not modified by the other. So you can see we can use kind of public key algorithm and use hash function to create a kind of hash code. So you can see in the screen, so Alice message after use the hash function become a kind of hash code. It's kind of random hash code, and you can see that kind of hex code, right? If the Eva just alter the message like she just changed the one of my character in June because Alice invitation is come to see you about January, right? But now Eva changed to the in June. So the time is different and just one character, right? But if you use hash function, you can see the hash code or the hex code is so different. So when Alice sends a message, she can include the kind of hash code. And when Bob receive a message, and he can compare hash code with his hash code function. And if the same, so that means the message is okay. Have no the other one try to modify. But the hash code is different. That means already someone try to that kind of code and try to modify it. And that's kind of that's kind of very simple mechanism. And in practice, we can have many kind of hash function algorithm like SA, MD5. And in practice, you can see hash function they use everywhere. Like in the banking system, they use SA, the 256, right? Fingerprint. They use a public key and certificate, something like that. And in download some software, they use a hash code too, like MD5 or SA, the one. So this guy in practice. And you can create a hash code by yourself, like in Windows 10 or Windows 11. You can use the PowerShell. This is kind of commands like get file hash path. You can create a code by yourself. So I think this one you can do very easy. So you can just follow the screen. Please make sure you can change the file, file path, like dc/nvlink.jpg. You can replace with your file. Okay. So in this part, I already introduced about the encryption. We have two algorithms, symmetric and asymmetric. And I already introduce AES. That's one of the very most popular asymmetric encryption algorithm. And RSA or ECC, that's two most popular asymmetric encryption algorithm. Okay, I hope now you know what is AES, what is RSA, and how they can use public key cryptography in practice. Okay.